Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Jammerit coming to you today with a brand new video, boys, and today we are going to be claiming our first Ultimate TOTS player, as well as having a discussion on whether or not they are worth it. So let's get right into the video. So guys, welcome to another video on the channel, and today guys, what we're going to be doing is going through and talking about Ultimate TOTS and whether or not I think it's worth it, as well as claiming one Ultimate TOTS player, guys. The thing is that the purposes of this video, I just want to try and spread some awareness, because to be honest with you, like, despite the fact that the Ultimate TOTS cards look insane, some of them do anyway, the starters look really good, the reserves don't look that great, and are their stats really that much better, and do they warrant the huge amount of coin and trading XP that you guys need to put into them? So we are going to be discussing this relatively lightly today. Also guys, I'm still getting questions about SBCs. I did the SBCs before they changed it, so I could use EFL starters, guys. So for my solutions, there's no point in me showing you them because they are now obsolete. I'll leave a link in the description down below to a Reddit thread which should help you try and decipher these SBCs. Ultimately, guys, you just need to use a combination of the lower tier elite starters and train them up and get the points that way. So what we're going to be doing, guys, like I said, is just comparing a few potential options. I'm going to be picking up one Ultimate TOTS player just because I want him for my club. But personally, I don't even think it's worth it. But still, I'm just going to do it because I think that the card art is really, really nice. And why not? I'll just have one for my club. But honestly, guys, if you're not in the situation where you're still considering using your vouchers, I wouldn't consider doing these, to be honest with you. So ultimately, I'm going to be talking about Ramos and a few other cards. So first and foremost, guys, we'll talk about Sergio Ramos, this card here. So 93 overall, he's going to cost you 447 vouchers, or TOTS points, Ultimate TOTS points, I should say, from scratch. So that can be converted down to 149 points from any of the leagues, because you do have the option to convert the Ultimate TOTS points into any of the league points. As you guys can see here, you can use the Ultimate TOTS points to convert into any other league point. That's very, very important to note. As we said, guys, the price of the Ultimate Team of the Season Ramos from scratch is 447 points. Sorry, vouchers, Ultimate vouchers, whatever you want to call them. If we go through and have a look at the Ramos on the La Liga tree, guys, who is 92 overall, he is 327 vouchers. So you can already see there is a huge gap in between those prices, and that's from scratch. That's doing all these main nodes. If I just went down and I completed these nodes, guys, it would only cost me an extra 80 points, which is technically only 240 vouchers. So that's something that you got to consider, guys. Like, to be honest, is it really worth the huge difference in price for these cards? I really don't think so in many instances. Now, also another thing that you need to consider is the rewards that you do get with these cards. So if you think about Ramos, the TOTS, just the normal TOTS version, you will only get 300,000 coins, 800 skill boosts, as well as 210k XP. If you think about the other Ramos, who costs 447 vouchers, the Ultimate Team of the Season Ramos, you'll get 1,215 skill boosts and 360k coins. So I don't know, man. It's very, very sort of difficult to decide on who you want to get. And also another big thing about the normal TOTS cards, guys, is that they are auctionable, and they will become auctionable on the 6th of June. Now, I wanted to quickly just compare Ramos here. So as you guys can see in this screenshot, 112 Ramos Ultimate TOTS versus 112 TOTS Ramos. The thing is that they have the exact same skill boost, so the growth of these cards is going to be next to identical, guys. It's really going to be next to identical, and I really, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy, guys. If you really like the design, yes, consider doing them, but same, like, similar acceleration, same sprint speed because it's capped at 120. Shooting stats are slightly better on Ultimate TOTS card, but who really cares about that? And some of these stats, you know, 1 or 2 points, guys, is it really going to make a difference in game? I don't think so, to be honest. It's more of a sort of stature card, if you think about it that way. It's sort of like, yeah, I got an Ultimate TOTS card, and it looks cool. But other than that, guys, it's impossible to say whether or not these cards are better. Like you'll definitely sort of struggle seeing the difference between the two, in my opinion anyway. Also, if we just quickly compare like the James Rodriguez, guys, looks pretty much identical as well. Slightly better shooting stats, and this is only at 12 skill boosts as well. You got to remember that. But same pace, same acceleration, finishing. It's all like very, very similar, guys. It really is very, very similar. One thing that you may want to look at is potentially, if you've got the points, to go through and pick up one of the cards who have different skill boosts, because like for example on the Ronaldo, as you guys can see here, the Ultimate TOTS version has the shot power skill boost, as opposed to the normal TOTS version who has the speed skill boost. So in my opinion, shot power is a much better skill boost than speed, because it does boost the acceleration, and the acceleration on this Ronaldo, the Ultimate TOTS Ronaldo, will be far superior to the normal TOTS Ronaldo. So that's something that you can consider, guys. But in terms of their price value and whether or not they're worth it, if you don't have the points, I don't really think so, because you can just go through and convert all your points into a whole bunch of these other cards, guys, and potentially get more out of it. Like it's hard to say, because so many people will be getting these cards, and to be honest with you, the market, it could just completely collapse on the 6th of June when these cards do become auctionable. If you want a rare card, of course, guys, go through and consider the Ultimate TOTS cards, but I'm only going to be picking up one, because the thing is that I could go through and also pick up that Messi, because I've already completed the Ronaldo. I could go and complete that Messi for 600 vouchers. I really wanted to get the James Ultimate TOTS, but I just don't think it's worth it. And his card design, like as you guys saw in that screenshot previously, it's not the greatest, and it doesn't really compare to the insane Ultimate TOTS starter cards, like for example that Ramos. Ramos almost looks like a Super Saiyan. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be going through and claiming up the Ramos. Another thing that you could consider doing is just claiming up a whole bunch of these lower tier ones. I may do that. I may get Messi from normal TOTS, as well as just a few of these lower tier ones and Sergio Ramos, because I can use these cards as rank up in the future. Or alternatively, it may just be worth me going through and picking up a whole bunch of the La Liga players, because I've already completed the Ronaldo. So guys, I'm going to go through and start claiming up this Ramos, and then we'll go from there. So guys, we're just going through and finally completing up the Ramos. So we just went through and completed this node, which gifted us a 900 skill boost. So not a bad reward whatsoever. The Koulibaly was another thing that I was considering, but he gave the coins, and he doesn't have the same design as the starters. I just think that the design on the reserve Ultimate TOTS is far lackluster than comparing it to the starters. But let's go through and claim up this Ramos. So it's going to cost us 180 points, and as you guys can see, we've still got a whole bunch of points left. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think I should do? Should I go through and claim up the Messi, the normal TOTS Messi, the 95 overall, or should I just get a whole bunch of other lower tier cards? Like I could even consider starting one of the Bundesliga trees, or I could just go through, look at my club, and see which ones will most benefit me in terms of rank ups and that sort of stuff. So it is really it's really difficult thing, guys. And that's the thing, in my opinion, with this season. It's very, very difficult to decide which cards are good. Do they perform well in game? Last season, if you guys remember, each promo cards were released, and they were infinitely better than previous cards due to the boost that they had attached to them. But regardless, let's go through and claim up this Ramos. Here he is, guys, 93 overall, looks insane. I mean, can you complain about that card art? Absolutely phenomenal card art, in my opinion. So guys, he's definitely going straight into the insane looking Ultimate TOTS card. This is my tournament team. I haven't really played it. I've only played a few games. I really need to get into it. And I did tweet yesterday at EA Sports to find out if vouchers are still going to be useful in the future, because it would be nice to know. Still haven't got a reply about that, so hopefully we can find out about that before the tournament ends, obviously. Also, guys, let's just go through and do this. So that's the team at the moment. We are using Arnold in a cam position because we are using him in tournament. He's a decent card to play with. But let's go through and melt the campaign version of Sergio Ramos into his Ultimate TOTS version, because it looks pretty sick, guys. I do still really need to replace Rio. I don't know what I'm going to do with Rio, to be honest. I'm still waiting on a card that could potentially benefit me. I'm looking into many options. For me, the Maldini and Ramos are 100% in-game for me. Not sure about the Ferdinand, though. Actually, Ferdinand is definitely not in-game for me. He'll be being changed relatively shortly. But let's just go through and melt this Ramos into him, guys. So that's going to cost us 1.8 million coins. So it is relatively expensive. And over the course of the next few days, we will be, you know, working him up a little bit. But for the time being, I don't really have that much XP. So let's go through and do this. I need to go through and do some of the icon nodes because I have been slacking on them. But there he is, guys. 110 overall Sergio Ramos, looking like an absolute beast. Like I said, very, very similar to his normal TOTS card, but as you rank these cards up, their design looks absolutely insane. But other than that, guys, let me know what you guys think about Ultimate TOTS. Do you think they're worth it? This is Jammerit signing out for the day. Thank you all for everything, and peace.